Okay, Lynn is not going to be here this evening. He had babysitting duties, and so it's up to me and Rusty, unless somebody else wants to chime in too. But I guess we'll get this thing started, folks. Every Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock. This is the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, and when it gets summertime, we'll probably go back to 7:30. But we changed it due to band conditions and one thing and another. So we get in here and talk about our old radios and early days of sideband, and everybody's welcome. Even if you're not on a boat anchor, you're still welcome if you're interested in what we're doing. So we just check in and have a good time. I got a list, so I'll start it, and I'll take about 10 or so, Rusty, and then I'll turn it to you, and we can go from there and see what happens. This is Jay, KM5QS, and before we start, does anyone have any emergency traffic for this frequency? I'll take that as a no. So if anybody does have an emergency situation arise, let us know. We'll do whatever we can to help you out. Or just get the heck out of your way, whatever it takes. First on my list is George, WB5TXW. Go ahead, George.
Hello, Jay, and all right, caught me by surprise and all around the net. From WB5TXW for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week. I'm on the S line, 32S1, 75S3, 30L1, the power supply, the speaker box, and out to the antenna. Shure 444 microphone. And people are sounding good tonight. WB5TXW, over.
Okay, George, sounding good. As long as this thing's not, yours is a lot more solid than mine, I think. Anyway, thank you, sir. We'll catch you later. Whiskey Bravo 5-1 Echo, Doug.
Yeah, this is Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo, Doug, here in Bryan, Texas. Good evening, everybody. And, hey, this is nothing better than the Boat Anchor Net on Wednesday evening. Plus the old Salon 500 as usual, barefoot. Yeah, doing 320 watts, PEP. This Electro Voice 638 going up with some high efficiency RG213 up to 90 feet on a homebrew inverted V, no balance, cut to this frequency, and not including the soldering iron. All right, Jay, well, thanks for running the net, and Rusty too, and hope everybody has an awesome evening, and I'll send it back to you, Jay. Over.
Okay. I don't know why I tried to put you in a 15-call district. It's been one of those days. Anyway, thank you, Doug. Sounding great as usual. KC5L, Tom, your turn.
Hey, good evening, Jay, and the Boat Anchors Net. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And we're on the usual tonight. We're talking on the Central Electronics 200V, driving the matching 600L amplifier. And that's going to a Johnson KW Matchbox and a homebrew doublet of about 15 feet. The microphone is a D104, and we're listening on the R390A. And that's all I have this evening, Jay, so back to you, KC5L.
All righty. I forgot to mention I'm on a Kenwood TS820S. I'm using the R820 as a receiver. I have them hooked up in transceive. And a 922 amplifier, an Electro Voice microphone, a homebrew antenna tuner, and antenna. 160-meter dipole stretched out across the neighborhood. Anyway, that's what I got. All right, AI5OS, Justin.
Hey, good evening, folks. Well, tonight I'm a little different here. I'm on the Kenwood TS520, driving a Heathkit SB200 amplifier. Doing about 600 watts, talking into the MC50 microphone here. And then I also have the matching external speaker, kind of worked by W5EDX. Beautiful sounding radio. This is actually one of my, when I want to sit back and listen or do whatever, I love turning this radio on. This is just it doesn't sound better than the way this radio does. So anyway, thought I would jump in here. This is AI5OS.
Okay, Justin, sounding good. You got a good one. All right. That brings me to Lyle, K5LT. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Jay, and everyone else on the net. This is Lyle, K5LT, located outside of Bernie, Texas, about 30 miles north of San Antonio. And tonight, running the usual, running the Heathkit SB101 through the Heathkit SB221 amplifier out to a double extended step antenna running through the cedar trees. And tonight, everything is working good on this radio. I think got through some of my gremlins, cleaned up all the connections and cleaned up all the pots and just kind of play with radio a little bit, and everything seems to be working good now. So I'm going to leave it alone for now until something else breaks in it. But band is sounding good tonight, nice and quiet, great signals coming in, easy copy. And so back to you, Jay. I'll enjoy the rest of it. K5LT.
All right. I may have slipped a little bit down the band, but I'll try to fix that in a minute. Yeah, you're sounding good. It is working really good for you this evening. And it's almost like listening to an AM broadcast station. Almost. Anyway, W5HTR, Fred up there in the Metroplex. W5HTR, Fred, are you in there? Well, maybe we can come back to Fred. He might have had to run down the hall or something. N5, WJA, Jim over in Louisiana. Two in a row. I guess you do. Well, the bird is calling. Okay. KC5WLF, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jay, thanks for calling my name here. This is Jimmy, KC5WLF. I'm in Cedar Park, off of 183 here in North Austin. And I'm not running my boat anchor tonight. It's getting a rest until I figure out how I'm going to do it. But anyway, I'm running a FTDX10 and using a Heil headset. It's called, let's see, the Pro Micro. And it's got it doesn't have both elements, but I'm using my equalizer to make it sound better. Anyway, going into my Tentec Titan 425. Wonderful amplifier. It doesn't struggle. It doesn't get hot. And then I have a MFJ 989D tuner, which I don't need on this band. It's all center fed dipole is resonant all the way across the band. So I'm really lucky there. Anyway, I'll tell you what, some of that stuff you guys talk on that AM, it does sound great. So keep up the good work. I'll say 73, and we'll hand it back to Jay, KC5WLF, Cedar Park. Take care.
Okay, Jimmy. All righty. Thanks for checking in. And let's see, next on the list is Mike, NWA5MTT.
Yeah, good evening, Jay, and everybody on the Boat Anchors Net. It's Mike in Round Rock. And tonight I'm on the Collins Winged Emblem S-Line station. This was a 1961 vintage that I resurrected, and am the second owner of it. It had been sitting up in a closet since early 1980s. So I've had it run about 5 or 6 years, I guess. At any rate, it's a 75S2 receiver, 32S1 transmitter, 312B4 station console, and the 30S1 amplifier. It was all a complete station when I got it And the microphone is Electro Voice 674. So right now we're doing a little over 1,200 watts. So anyway, back to you, Jay.
OJB.
Okay, yeah, you're next.
All right. This is N5OJB, Denver, Gonzales, Texas, and I am on a Collins S line, talking to you on a 32S1 and listening to you on a 75S1, and driving a Clipperton L amplifier at about a kW into an inverted V fan dipole homemade antenna, and using a Shure 444D black microphone on this thing. Everything's working great, it seems like, and everybody sounds good on it tonight. So back to you, Jay.
Okay, Denver. Everything I understood, every word you said, no problem. It sounds great. Collins always is a pretty good choice. All right, I'm gonna catch a couple more, and then I'll give it to Rusty. And let's see. Somebody I hadn't talked to you before. So WA5EGG. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah. The WA5EGG mine is not really boat anchor, but I guess you'd qualify as a TS690 and a SB200. That'll be a boat anchor. And I'm running on a loop, Delta loop, 450 foot up 40 foot. And only thing I got new here is the BM800 mic. So that's my equipment. Running about 600 watts.
All right. Well, that's enough to do it. So don't be a stranger. Come on back anytime. Like I say, we're here every Wednesday night. Or usually we are anyhow. Let me see. There's a fellow in Plano. Plano? Is that it? Maybe not. KE5Q. Go ahead, Jim.
Well, I am in Plano. KM5QS, KE5Q, Jim in Plano. Yeah, you got it. And we're on the 530S tonight, Shure 444, and we're going into the MLA 2500. And of course, I've got a couple of those Clipperton L's that I use remote. But tonight we're on the MLA 2500. That's going into the Double Bazooka Ultimax 8040. And somebody said the band sure is quiet. Well, it's quiet. It sounds really good. And copying everybody tonight. Appreciate you guys calling the net. As always, KM5QS. This is KE5Q Plano.
Well, I never know whether you're in Plano or Columbia or so. I mean, you know, what can I say? But it sounds great as usual. It sounds like you've got the corner on Dentron amplifiers, like I've got the corner on Dentron tuners. Anyway, old Denny made some pretty good stuff. Thank you, Jim. I'm gonna turn it over to Rusty and see what he can. Next on my list is Phil, Rusty, and then you can go, and I'll give you some more if you need them, but if you didn't write them down a while ago. KM5QS, WK5R. Go ahead, sir.
All right, Jay. This is WK5R, and no, I didn't write anything down, but I'll get Phil here in just a minute. I'm on Kenwood TS590S. The microphone is a Tascam TM70. I believe it's made by TIAC. It's a studio. It's a dynamic studio mic on a boom, and I am driving the homebrew GS35B amplifier at. Hello, yeah, that's. I think I did see about 1200 flash up there just a minute ago. That goes into a fan through my homebrew tuner up to a fan dipole at about 50 foot, and that's what we got going on there. So, over to Vicksburg, Mississippi, N5PF. Go ahead, Phil.
Good evening, everyone. This is Phil. Papa Hotel Lima near Vicksburg, Mississippi. Got a storm coming through here in a few minutes. Hard red line just west of us. Not getting many static crashes out of this one. It looks bad, but it doesn't sound bad on this radio. There is no static crash. I hope that's a good sign. You guys had it this morning or last night sometime. I don't know what it did over there, but they've got all kind of warnings on us. Running the KWM2 with the Howells Gold Line microphone. I've got the 312B5 outboard VFO on it. I'm not running it right now, but that VFO doesn't drift. You can turn it on and go to that VFO and it's solid. This main VFO on these college radios is going to drift a little bit. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's got a tube in it and it heats up, but it doesn't drift. I guess it's the tube heat is not the problem. I guess it's in the case heat. All those other 18 in there that are heating everything up is causing the problem. Going into a round M on 30L1 and a case dipole at 50 feet. And that's about it. Back to you, Rusty. And hello, Jay. N5PM.
All right, Bill. Your calling sounded good as usual there. Appreciate you checking in. We'll look for you next time. All right. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
NZRGVK.
Hey, good evening there, Kurt. Go ahead. What's going on up in Nebraska?
Hey, good evening, Rusty and the NZRGVK. Well, we got quite the snowstorm up here the past day or so, Rusty. We got 8 inches of snow here. Some parts of the state up to 2 feet. And the interstate is closed, probably half of the state. And so we got quite the mess up here, Rusty. But luckily I have power and the antenna's still up in the air. So tonight I'm running my Galaxy GT550 station. Got the SB44 sound-off microphone, low radio left mic. Got the external VFO, speaker, power meter, and running the Galaxy 2000B amplifier, about 500 watts. WT5R, and that's NZRGVK.
All right, Kurt. Yeah, your Galaxy station there, the GT550, sounds good as usual there. We'll catch you next time. Okay, who is next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
HTR.
Hey, zero.
Okay, I got two there. HTR, Fred, go ahead.
Okay, Rusty, good evening. And this is W5HTR in Richardson, Texas. And I'm talking on my trusty old TR4 with getting a little help out of an FL2100B. Antenna's an inverted B. And the mic is an old Shure 444 Delta. That's pretty much the rig here. Look forward to getting on the net on Wednesday evenings. And get to at least hear some old friends. Some WK5R and the net, W5HTR.
All right, Fred, the old Drake TRC4 is doing good there. Appreciate you checking in. Okay, I believe that was WX5 Tango. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct. Whiskey X-Ray 5 Tango. Name is Juliet Alpha Mike Echo Sierra. First time we're checking in. Kurt had told me about the net here. And just wanted to check in. Like to hear the old Boat Anchors. The rig here is a Galaxy GT550 barefoot. Into a inverted V up not very high, about 40 feet, I guess. And got the station here consists of a remote VFO and, of course, the power supply and speaker. But anyway, been having some difficulty with it, so I'm not sure just how good it sounds or whatever. But anyway, we're working on it. So thank you for letting me in. 7-3 to everyone, and we'll catch you maybe on the next set. This is WX5T.
Okay, yeah, well, the GT550 sounds good. And Kurt up there in Nebraska 2 callers ago was on one of those. Where are you located?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm located in Harrison, Arkansas. And I forgot to bring it up over my Harrison, little banana mine. Like the 727. And I'm not too fond of it, but anyway. I'm not sure how it sounds, and it probably doesn't sound real good, but hopefully we'll get that ironed out here. So thank you very much.
Okay. Actually, it sounds pretty good there, and I know exactly where Harrison is. Been through there quite a few times. All right. Catch you later, and come on back next week. We'll be here again. All right. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K0SED.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, good evening, Rusty, to all the boat anchors. K0SED and Tyler. Well, tonight I'm on my trusty old Kenwood 520, a Collins 30L1, a dipole 40-odd feet, and that's about it from here. Back to you, Rusty. K0SED.
All right, Steve, remind me next time to open the window, let some of you out when you come in like that. Kenwood sounds good there. We'll catch you next time. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
N5KJI.
Okay, I've got two. There was an N0 station. Go ahead again. Okay, go ahead, Steve. Yeah. Okay, Steve. Yes, I am familiar with that rig. I had one. I still got the VFO for it. And you're absolutely correct. Does not have a VFO in it. You got to use the outboard one, or it don't work. Appreciate you checking in there. And you sound good, but you're just a little bit down frequency there, or down frequency. I think you're a little bit high pitch anyway. But you got it working. I heard everything you said. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you next time. All right. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
N5JJI.
Oh, I forgot about you, Ed. Go ahead.
Not a problem, Rusty. Thank you. Well, I spent the day at the VA, so I didn't get to warm up the Heathkit line, and I'm talking on the Kenwood 430 into the Amp Supply LK500. Dentron Super Tuner, open wire line out to a quarter wave dipole up about 45 feet. And good evening to everybody. N5JJI, New Braunfels.
All right, Ed. The old 430 sounds good anyway. It's almost old enough to be a boat anchor. All right, we'll catch you next time. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
KG5UKB.
KG5UKB, I believe it is. Go ahead.
This is KG5UKB. The name is Greg. I'm over in South Mississippi right now, talking to you on an ICOM 7300, but listening through a Hammerland SP600. I've got a Collins KMW2 on the desk, but it's not hooked up yet. I'm waiting to get some cables in for it. Antenna is just a simple in-fed, strung up about 45 feet. Over.
Roger, roger. Well, the old 7300's working there, and, oh, yeah. You got some boat anchor stuff there with the old Hammerland receiver and the Collins transmitter, I believe it was there, or the Collins transceiver. Anyway, appreciate you checking in from over that way. We'll catch you next time. Maybe we'll get the other ones on the air, or the boat anchors on the air. All right. I'm going to take a couple more, then throw it back to Ray, I guess. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Rusty.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've got Dan, Doug, and D-Roy.
Okay. All right. K8WOZ. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, good evening, Rusty, and everybody else on the Boat Anchors. This is Dan in Houston. Nothing much going here. I don't even have my old radio. Well, this is pretty old. I got a tube-type amplifier, but glass bulb, I should say. but I don't have an antiquated one on tonight. This is a Kenwood 2000 and a 922. Antenna's inverted V up there in the air. And that's about it from here. Just trying to get another tube-type amplifier percolating so I can put it back on my 830. That's it from here, Rusty. Thank you.
Okay, Dan. I heard what you said there. All right. Sounds good anyway. All right. KK5LA. Doug, go ahead. Oh, Doug, down there in San Antonio. KK5LA. Where'd you go? Okay. AA5R. Go ahead, D-Roy.
Oh, howdy. Anyway, I'm not using the boat anchor tonight. The Kenwood TS890S and the Expert 1.5 amplifier, but using the Electro Voice microphone, and that's about the setup tonight. It's good hearing everybody else on their boat anchors, and everybody I've heard sounds real good tonight. So anyway, keep them on, keep the filaments shining, particularly in the winter when they help keep the shack warm. This is AA5R.
All right, D-Roy. It sounds good anyway. We'll catch you next time. All right. Doug, did you come back in the room? KK5LA, are you there? All right. I'll take one more, then I'll shoot her back to Jay there. Anybody else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
WB50ZZ.
Go ahead, Don.
That's Don, WB50ZZ, New Caney, running TS830 and a Heathkit HL2200, and the antenna's up for 45 feet, double bazooka. That's about it.
All right, Don. Sounds good as usual. All right. Back down to you there, Jay. KM5QS, WK5R, take a round.
Alrighty. That pretty much wiped out the list, except for Doug and Jim, N5WJA. Jim, are you out there?
N5WJA. Just got back in here. Granddaughter was out here outside.
Alrighty. Well, didn't want you to feel left out.
Well, ain't you just... Never mind. All right, man, just want to check in, add to the numbers, and say good evening, everyone. N5WJA.
Okay, Jim. Alrighty, thanks for checking in. All right, folks, this is Boat Anchors Unlimited. You don't have to be in Texas. If we can hear you, we'll work you. And, anybody else out there that would like to check in?
W5DK.
Well, go right ahead.
Hey, Jay. Good evening, everybody. I think you recognize me. This is Don, Dangerous Don in Spring Branch, the pretty Spring Branch, Comal County, north of San Antonio, Hill Country. And I'm on my normal Drake TR4, and this has a D104 microphone and an L4 amp without the B on it, early serial number, and I'm running legal. And tonight I'm on the extended ZEP antenna, so appreciate you running the net, and Rusty too. Everybody sounds good. Back to you, W5DK.
Okay, Don, good deal. Good to hear from you. Let's see, what I was looking at a while ago. 84 days. And we can talk about this crap over a Dos Equis or two. Anyway, thanks for checking in.
4-3.
Or, yeah, well, whatever works. KM5QS, who with Boat Anchors, who else is out there?
K50AQ.
Okay, K50AQ. Go ahead, sir.
I hope someone's copying me. This is K50AQ, Bob in San Angelo. I'm not operating on any antiques at the moment. But I've got some things that some people might like to have. These are freebies. I have the original 1943 instruction book for a Navy TCS, transmitter and receiver, if anybody'd like to have it. I don't have a TCS, so I don't have any need for the book. And I've got a pretty bad shape National HRO 60, the big fancy one from way back when. And anybody that'd like to have that, they're welcome to it. This is K50AQ.
Okay, Bob. I didn't have a full copy. What was that manual for?
A Navy Model TCS, Tango Charlie Sierra 14. The transmitter and receiving equipment. This is a September 23rd, 1943 issue. And they were still using this thing up in the 60s when I was in the Navy.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, folks, if you've got a 1943 Navy transmitter receiver, the 2 Charlie Sugar 14, and you need an owner's manual for it or an operating manual for it, Bob's got one, and it's free. He's also got a national receiver. A Model 60, was that it?
No, it is an HRO. Hotel Oscar Romeo 60 HRO 60. They're big vacuum tube, last of the line, plug-in coils and all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a better copy on you that time. He's got an HRO 60 ready to go. Everything's with it. And that's a freebie also. So if you got that's worth a trip to San Angelo. I mean, everybody could use a road trip, right? Anyway, Bob's got one, K50AG. I'm sure you can find him on QRZ, Oscar Alpha Golf. And thanks for checking in, Bob. Alrighty, anyone else for the boat anchors this evening coming out? Well, Rusty, you want to make another run at it? We may have worked it dry.
Yeah, I'll take another shot at it. Somebody was tuning up there. The tuner up and want to check in? I guess not. All right, is there anybody else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before we shut it down? Come now.
Well, Rusty, I want to thank you guys for putting on a good net tonight, KC5WLF.
Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. All right, last call. Anybody anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now. Okay, was something SU?
55 Sugar United.
All right, W5SU, go ahead.
Yeah, just kind of testing some tubes here in the shack and listening to you guys in the background. Not a boat anchor, though. The boat anchor is on the card table in front of me, kind of taken apart. But name is Carl in Dallas, C-A-R-L, and the rice box is a IP756 barefoot inverted L antenna, remote matchbox, little motorized dealer. W5SU, go ahead.
Okay, Carl. Yeah, well, sounds good there. Anything else for the net?
Nah, just thought I'd say hello. I'll try to be in here next week with tubes.
Roger. All right. I'll throw it out there one more time. Last call. Anybody anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before we shut her down? Come now. All right, I hear nobody. KK5LA. Doug, did you ever come back up? I guess not. Well, we appreciate everybody checking in, and we'll look for you all next week. I'm glad y'all all checked in like a pretty good net tonight. sections from quite a few different places. And we appreciate everybody, again, we appreciate everybody checking in, because we know how to take these old things on the air and make them work. We'll look for y'all all next week, because this is WK5R, now closing the Boat Anchors Unlimited net and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse.
Yep, we still had 28 people, so it's not too